Hi, Esther. It might be a little muted today, just muted as in not super talkative. I'll talk, obviously, but I might not be unhinged today because I just spent 4 hours fighting my computer and I am tired. Uh, I meant to stream much earlier in the day, but I have been fighting my PC for hours to install a program that is typically a defaulted program, but it decided to corrupt it. I have been pretty much fighting my PC since 2 p.m. when I woke up. So, I use Windows, obviously. Like, I've said this in the past, I don't really like Macs. My iPad is kind of the one thing I use that's a Mac. Um, and I typically use Windows Movie Maker, Windows Media Player as my default noise for when I'm streaming. That's the thing I normally play, like, my Hat in Time music on. It's normally Windows Media Player. So I normally have to pull that up first before I stream to figure out what playlist I want to play or make a new one using like whatever video game OSTs I have. But last week, for some odd reason, Media Player decided it wanted to just not function anymore and just turned itself off. And I had to fight it for a while last week when I streamed. I eventually did get that one to load in. No, it's still in the system. It's still in the system. You can still install it and everything. But the problem was, for somehow I got it working briefly last week, so I had it playing for stream last week. That wasn't an issue. I did get it to somewhat work, but the issue came in as soon as I closed it. It stopped working again because I had like closed it after stream, and I was like, oh, I should reopen it. I'm gonna listen to music anyway. I don't really feel like listening to Spotify, and it didn't want to open. So I was just like, okay, that's Future Bun's issue, I guess. I'm too tired. I just streamed. I'm gonna just listen to my Spotify playlist, I guess. And that was whatever. And then I was really tired, so I woke up late today anyway. But to be fair, I had a total of 3 hours of sleep yesterday, and then I had to go deal with people for 12 plus hours. It wasn't working. I had to go do Christmas shopping. And so we went to like a mall and everything at the capital of my state. Um, and I was doing Christmas shopping and I got tired because I was out all day, um, obviously. And then I woke up this morning and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna stream. So I start trying to get everything set up. I was just like eating my food and everything, and the file's still corrupt. And I'm like, okay. So I went in and started trying to fix it. And there's like several different solutions you can use for fixing it. And so here's me trying to fix it. And I'm spending hours trying to fix it. And it's not working. And I'm like, okay. So I end up like just I'm sitting here trying for multiple hours at this point, trying all these different solutions, uninstalling, reinstalling, uninstalling. reinstalling like the works of trying to fix this. And it's still not going. And so I'm like sitting here and I was trying all these different solutions for trying to fix this matter. And it's still not getting fixed. I have uninstalled, I have reinstalled, I've restarted my computer, I've clicked on and off my little turn off these features media, I've gone into services, I've gone into command prompt, I've gone into my administrative command prompts, I have run my diagnostics, I have done all this shit. And it's just like, no. What if no? And I'm just like, are you shitting me? So, that's how I've spent for the past like 4 hours, because like I said, I started doing this back at like 2 p.m. Because I woke up like 2:45, I think, is when I got up. And I got up, made food, talked to my sister for a bit, and then I started getting ready to stream. And so I was working between like crocheting while I was waiting for my computer to restart, and just yeah, that's what I've been doing today, is dealing with technical difficulties and trying to not lose my marbles. But so yeah, if I seem tired, I am very tired. Oh, I won't lose my marbles. I'm just Evie. I'm just an Evie Babbitt who's been screaming at a computer. I swear to God, this PC knows that I'm currently in the process of saving up to replace it. And so it's trying to frustrate me on its way out. Like, I swear to God, that's what it is my PC knows that I am getting ready to pull the plug on it. Hi, Gorgian, by the way. I swear it knows. It knows that its days are numbered. So it's just like, you want to replace me? I have served you diligently for 6 years. And you want me to be replaced? Why? Because simple keyboard no function? Because I lag out and not let you play your video games? I have served you diligently. And you replace me? You put me out to pasture? No, not without fight. Even though the fight is kind of making it more imperative that I replace it. But yeah, I don't know why that accent was what I just I don't know why that was the accent I decided to use for my PC being mad at me, but hey, it's what we got. It's not only that, it's just like, we see you're also changing brands of PCs with the next one. Because the one that I'm looking at currently is not a brand I have ever owned before, but I have heard okayish things, and I am tired of the issues I've been having with my current one. And if I was to buy an upgraded version of my current one, that would be a lot more money than the one I found for the same features. And I am currently not happy with my current PC. And it's not the first one of this brand who has made me aggravated. Because the PC I actually had right before this one did a similar thing where it just one day decided, what if I don't turn on for you anymore? How would you feel about that? You can you'll have the backlight on. You'll have a backlight on, but you want actual PC screen? You would like to actually have access to your files? The commissions that are works in progress? Yes, it's an HP. My last 3 PCs were HP, I think. Because the little one I type on when I'm typing for primarily, that one also likes to drive me bonkers. So this is the issue I have with the other HP that I currently own that functions to a point. I have my working PC, which is the one I'm streaming on. And I have a smaller, cheaper one that I bought in a rush because it was just like, I need a PC that I can do typing on because I need to be able to type my things because I'm a writer and I will go literally insane if I'm not able to write. And so I bought a cheaper PC. That was fine. But it does this thing with its Wi-Fi connection that I'm not the biggest fan of. And the thing that it does with its Wi-Fi connection that drives me bonkers. No networks detected. Or, we're connected, but there's no Wi-Fi. No, don't look at your iPad and see that your iPad is connected just fine. Or the fact the other PC is connected just fine. We have no internet. There is no internet to be found. What do you mean you can clearly see it? No, there's no internet. There's no networks to be seen. We can't see a single network. None whatsoever. And I don't know what its issue is. And it's only that one that does that. Where it's just like, it just will decide that it does not see any of my connections. And you can turn it on airplane mode, you can turn it off of airplane mode, and it'll still be like, maybe. Or it'll be connected 1 second, and then suddenly it's not connected, even though it was connected just a second ago. And I know for a fact there is not an issue with the Wi-Fi, because I'll be working on my iPad at the same time on the same damn network. And it's only that PC that ever has this issue, which is what tells me it is specifically something up with the Wi-Fi connector in that PC. And it's something. I don't like saying it's the tech when I have connection issues or anything like that. I'm very much if there's an issue with a computer, it's typically my fault because user error is always a thing. However, there comes a point when I have to go, I don't think. Yeah. It's like, there comes a point where I'm like, I don't think this can be me, when it's literally, this does not want to function. Like, I can only blame myself for so much. But yeah, so I have been fighting my PC on and off pretty much all morning, afternoon. Oh yeah. And so it's like, that's 1 HP that gives me hell. I have my current HP with the busted keyboard, which for the most part does function. It just has a busted keyboard and the issue I've been having with the uninstall issue. And the other thing is, my sister actually has the same PC that I do. Her laptop, she has a red laptop, it's the same model as mine, it's just a different color. Her keyboard also slightly broke in the same kind of way that mine did, and she never spilt anything on it, which makes me kind of think that it's not necessarily just that I got a drop of soda on my keyboard, that the keyboard itself has some issue with it if both of them bought completely different stores. They're not the same batch, they're just the same model, and they both have a similar keyboard issue. Like, that can't just be a chance, like, you know? And did you not loop? Yeah, you didn't loop. So that's one of the, so it's, I've been having issues with HP. Um Honestly, of the PCs I've owned in the past, over the past, like, god, uh Jesus, I don't want to math. Where's my, let's see. Got my first one in, so, like, in the past 15 years of my PC issues, next to the fact that my Asus gave me literal burns on my lap, the HPs have given me hell. I liked my Gateway. Gateway just doesn't really exist anymore. At least, like, the PCs and stuff. So, yeah. But I'm looking currently at a Levano, and it meets the requirements I want for it tech-wise. So, see, that's the thing. I have heard over the years that Asus is good, but my personal experience with it is I had physical burn marks on my lap from using it if I didn't put it on ice. Literal. Like, if it wasn't on a cooling pad, or if what we used to do at some point is we would, like, kind of make this, like, faux cooling pad with it, with, like, literal ice packs that were used to chill human organs. And yes, that is an actual thing we have in my freezer. We would put, like, towels over it so that moisture wouldn't get through and you could just get the cold. That was, but it's like, that's so intensive to just use your PC. And I had a friend who also had an Asus, but she had a gaming Asus, and she also had the burning issue with hers. So it's like, every time I hear it's like they're supposed to be good, I just think back to the fact that I had, like, marks on my thighs from how that thing burnt my lap. And it's like, that PC gave me so many issues, to the point I was constantly, so in high school, we had a tech teacher, and he would let you bring your personal PCs in to get, like, fixed. Like, he'd fix your laptops and stuff for you. And he looked at my Asus after I brought it in, I think, for, like, the 8th or something time. Ew, if it's made for a desk, why is it called a fucking laptop? I need it for portability, damn it! But I brought it into my tech teacher a couple times, and by, like, the 8th or so time, he's like, government name here, just, like, because he used to call us by our last names, except for my sister. He called my sister by her first name because he already was calling me by my last name. He's like, your computer's so fucked up. What is its issue? Is it a lemon? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. So, yeah, my first PC was a dumpster fire, and that was always fun. I liked my Gateway. That was the one I had after, and I loved that PC. it had a dual system on it, so I had a Linux system and a Windows system on it, which was really fucking cool. Um, I didn't really ever use the Linux system, but it was good if something happened with my Windows system. I would be able to open it in Linux, and then I would be able to open it in. I would be able to boot it up in like compatibility mode and stuff like that, and I was able to fix it a lot easier. But after one issue with it, because my mom, there is a reason I don't let my mother use my PC. I don't let her ever use my current good working PC. If she needs to use a PC, she can use one of the ones that have already been killed. Um, and the reason for that is she used to go on like Facebook and shit, and she would like click on links and everything like that, and she kept filling my PC with viruses and malware. Like it's like you always are like, oh no, it's the kids are gonna click on the shit. And my mom would always ruin my PCs. And it was like, Mom. So then I would have to bring it in and get it fixed. And on one of those occasions, like, it basically got so fucked up, the entire Linux mode got wiped off of the hard drive. So I lost my ability to use the Linux mode on it. Um, yeah, no, seriously. It's like, Mom, I use Neopets! What do you want from me? So yeah, that was my issue with that is so my Asus eventually was just so frustrating to the point I ended up having to replace it. And then I got my Gateway. I believe my Gateway was the next one because I do remember bringing it into Manderson a few times to have him fix it after Mom fucking killed it. I don't even want to talk about what happened with my mom and scams. I I think I've talked about the matter before. That my mom fell for a really bad catfish scam, and it was around the time that I was having a lot of medical issues at the same time. It was around the time I like dropped out of school because of medical issues and just mental health issues on top of it. Just like a whole bunch of shit. And so I was living with Mom and I was dealing with my dad's evil. Yeah, including money that didn't belong to her specifically. Like she used like my sisters and mine. I think she used my brothers too. Our grandmother and grandfather had been giving us savings bonds since we were kids. And so she would like have us go and cash them even though some of them weren't fully mature yet because they're supposed to mature over 25 years, I believe was the time they were supposed to like they needed time to cook. And they were supposed to be for like college and stuff, but so yeah, that was a whole other kit and caboodle with Mom and technology. And all three of us collectively told her, hey Mom, this is a scam, don't fall for this. And she sent them like a bunch of iPhones and she ruined her own credit and just it was not a fun time. So yeah, I'm not the biggest one for letting my mom use my PC. If you want to laugh even more at this whole situation with my mom and the PCs, um, my mom, my mom finally bought herself her own laptop and got herself locked out of it. She locked herself out of her own laptop because she forgot her own password. Um, and she tried to get me to fix it for her when I was at her house for her birthday over the summer, and I straight up told her, Mom, I can't fix your PC because you lost your password. There is not a way for me to fix that. You need to call HP themselves. Yeah, by the way, it's another HP. I believe hers is also an HP. But I told her, you need to call the computer people themselves that are tied to your account, explain the situation, or you need to take this to someone who can hard break into your system. Like, I can't get into your PC for you. And I explained this in detail to her at my niece's birthday party in October. Mind you, I have already told her, my mom, I can't fix her PC back in July. I told my mom back in July, I can't fix your PC. So October rolls around, and my mom brought her PC with her to ask me if I could fix her PC when I already told her I fucking can't. Months ago, I told her that I can't fix her PC. And she brought it a second time to try to get me to fix it, when I have already explained to her that I cannot fix it. Like, she pulled it out. She was handing me something else, and she pulls it out, and she's like, oh yeah, I got locked out of my computer. Can you fix this for me while you're here? Or can I leave it with you so you can fix it later? And it's like, no, Mom! I can't! Like... And she didn't even bring the charger or anything, too, so it's like, if you left this with me, what is your expectation if it dies? Because that's the current issue I have with my future sister-in-law. I am trying to fix her current computer, but there's a difference between me trying to fix her computer and fixing my mom's computer. On the case of her PC, she does not care if I format the fucker, because the people who gave it to her didn't give her the BitLocker key. And so she got BitLocker keyed, locked out of it. So she's fine with me resetting the whole thing. That's not an issue. But the problem is she forgot to give me her charging cord, so I can't fix the issue because I don't have the charging cord. But that's easy enough for me to deal with. My mom is a completely different case. So, yeah, that's the current issue. That's the issue I have with my mom's PC. And so you can imagine that's just her PC. Imagine what she did to my PCs. So I had that issue with that PC, and then I had my gateway, and then my gateway eventually was killed again. Because whatever she did to it that last time before we had to wipe the system, it never fully recovered. And I was never able to get it to stop lagging out. I think there's a hardware issue with it as well as just like a software issue. I don't think it was necessarily. I think it got overtaxed or something. Because I used my PC a lot, so that's understandable if it got overtaxed. But my after that, I had a different PC, and that was the one I had to replace during college because it wasn't able to keep up with the fucking Adobe programs that my school required us to use. Which is fine, it's whatever. And that PC I still actually do have, and it does function fine. It's just very laggy. And that PC is the one that ended up getting swapped for the PC I have that no longer turns on. Like, it turns on, but it doesn't turn on. So, the issue, and what sucks is that laptop was pretty decent. It was good. But, so the PC I had that replaced that one, it basically, sorry, I'm like trying to think of how to word it at the same time as I'm like trying to remember what I'm doing coloring. Um, it was a PC I used in college, and I was using it for a little bit after, and it was a fine PC. It was an HP. And at one point, I turned it off for the evening, and when I went to go turn it on the next day, it wouldn't turn on. The screen would light up, like, a backlight screen. So the backlight screen would light up, and I would have my backlight. So my backlight screen would light up. That was fine. That was dandy. But nothing else would turn. It would just stay on the backlight. Like, it wouldn't actually turn on. Like, I couldn't even get it to, like, get the logo of Windows to open up. It wouldn't let me boot it in safe mode. Um, like, it was just the backlight. And I tried looking up solutions for it, and I could not find anything to fix this. Um, to this day, I actually still don't fucking know what the deal is with that PC. I did eventually find a way to hook like an external drive into it. I did finally get some of the files off of it, not all of them, but I did get some of them. And see, I've had that issue occasionally occur, but normally it does fix itself, but this case it just did not fix itself. Um and it just, that was it. It never came back to life. It has never been fixed to this day. I still don't know what its malfunction was. Um so yeah, that occurred. And on top of that, so that was the PC I had right before the one I'm currently using. Um so that was the PC I had, and it did that fucking thing, and that was lovely. Like, we oh, I forgot Koo's cheek thingies. I forgot their cheek thingies. That's fine. I can fix it. I can fix it. I have the technology. Um. So yeah, that was something that occurred. Is I had to just deal with that. And nothing says fun like having that occur when you have a bunch of stuff to do and stuff on there that you hadn't backed up yet, because it was your backup day. Literally the day, because I back up my PC weekly. I do back up my files like weekly. Like, that's the thing I do. And it was literally the day that I was about to back up all the work I had done that week. So, like, yeah, I didn't lose quite as much as I could have lost because I do back up my PC pretty regularly. But I still lost all of the commission work that I had started that week and had gotten, like, to the line art stage on a couple of them. And I was like, you motherfucker. And then, not to mention, like, yeah, on the day I did my backups, he died. And then on top of that, you also have all of like my Minecraft saves, all of like if I had saved logins or anything, or like certain websites that like you need to use like the same PC to log in on them. Or it's like, hey, we don't know if we can trust this. Looking at you, fucking Facebook. You know what you did to me. Um so yeah, that's my issues I've had with HP specifically. Um so yeah. Um I am prone to having computer issues. And normally I can figure it out fine. Like, I normally am okay and I'll figure it out and I'll get there. I'll get there in the end and everything will work out and everyone clapped. But there have been a couple cases where I just get so frustrated and I'm just like, fuck it. Fuck it! There we go. Got Ku's cheek thingies. Um, Wait, why aren't you lined up? Why aren't you lined up? No, hold up. Hold up. Hold the phone. Why are Ku's cheek thingies not lined up? Are you. Why. Why is that why? How did that get moved? Did I do that? Did I fucking. No, I just. Anyway. So yeah. There's your Babbitt being tech inept. So yeah, this computer was making me mad earlier, cause I think it's just wild that it was working fine, and then just suddenly it decided that it did not want to work anymore, and I'm like, why? Why? Don't understand, bestie. So, yeah. That's why we have a bit of EB Babbitt today, because I am in fact EB, because I was dealing with that this morning. Oh, and the fact that I slept for God, how long did I sleep? 14 hours? 12 hours? 12 hours. No, more than 12 hours. I slept for 14 hours, yeah. Slept for 14 hours last night. Um, I was extremely tired. I went to bed before 10 p.m. No, I went to bed around 10 p.m. I went to bed right after 10 p.m. and I didn't wake up until 2. A little before 2. Yeah, no, I started falling asleep in the car yesterday. It doesn't help. I just wasn't feeling good. Welcome back. Yeah, no, I was really tired yesterday, so I slept a lot. I did a lot of sleep. I was the big eep. Um I was the eepiest Babbitt. There's one line and flooded. I'll send that one to Ku in a bit. Oh yeah, for the record, these are all the emotes I'm currently working on are all for Ku. Um, they have been a work in progress. I also have. Yes, thank you. Yes, overrate it. Guess I should save all my stuff. Because my iPad's being done. Oh, finally you actually recognize that as a recently used. I don't know. uh, there we go. It's God. See, I was trying to find this file. Did caramel dancing a coup? Daydream caramel dancing. This is gonna be so fun to actually have to line and finish it. I don't animate often, so it was just. Yay! Hello, Shy. Ah! My cords all hit each other. Yeah, I've been like kind of working on these on and off for a little bit, and then I was absolutely possessed during November for the National November Writing Month, and now I'm finally like, nope, we're getting these done before Christmas. These have to be finished. I must give Ku his icons, his emotes. Plus, I've had a lot of crocheting streams lately, and I'm like, no, you need to do an actual like art stream again, bestie. Stop just using the potato cam. Potato cam is not the best quality. I really wish I could get the capture card to work like I do with my iPad, and then I would just use my phone's camera. But for some reason, it doesn't work the same way with my phone as it does with my iPad, which is hilarious to me. I don't know what that is. Is it like an extension or something? Free is the best price. All right, I'll look into it after stream then. Because if I could find a way to use my phone's camera instead of the potato cam, the craft streams would look a whole lot better. Because my phone has a really good camera. Because that's what I use to film all my videos with. Like, it's a nice camera. But the potato cam, well, there's a reason I refer to it as the potato cam. Um, I was cold before stream, and now I'm too hot. Now I gotta take my sweatshirt off. iPad, sit there for a second. Shrimp trip. Too hot. Ugh. Gotta get out of my sweatshirt. Ugh. Like, I'll be like freezing cold, and then the next minute I'm like freaking sweaty. Like, my god, I did not, like, I was at the mall yesterday with my dad and my sister, and I did not realize how sweaty I got until I, like, was in the car and I had walked through the cold parking lot, and all the sweat instantly chilled on my back. And I, like, could feel it all, and I'm like, ugh! I'm perspirating! Yeah, I'm a steamed shrimp. More like a baked shrimp without I'm baking in my own juices. Have a good dinner! Alright, back to Q. Oh, that was not what I wanted. Same. He really is. Like, every time, like, Koo posts and stuff, I'm just like, oh, I am fed. Destroy the things you love. I was honestly so shocked that Koo wanted me to do his emotes for him. Like, I'll be 100%, like... I... I'm not a goat, I'm a shrimp. I'm very shrimp. Because I'm always fried like rice. I could. Because I never fucking post when I'm streaming. I kind of just stream, and if people know I'm streaming, they know I'm streaming. I'm kind of an asshole like that, where I never fucking tell anyone if I'm live. But I could show you this one so far. It's your gay one. Oh no, it's not a secret. It's not a secret. I just literally don't tell anyone when I'm streaming. Nope, I'm just terrible and I get embarrassed to tell people that I'm streaming, so I just kind of don't tell anyone I'm streaming, and if people find out I'm streaming and they show up, they show up. I'm very bad about actually saying that I'm live or anything. Um, so yeah, no, it's not a secret or anything. I just never tell anyone. That's just bun. Sure, what's up? For the one I'm currently lining or the one that has flats on it? Yeah, go ahead. It's not finished yet, so it can still have edits made to it. The idea was to have the head slightly tilted so it's like kind of pointing the nose downwards so you get the bigger eyes. Kind of a looking up at you kind of thing. Like a weird, like almost bird's eye but not quite bird's eye thing. Like when a person is kind of looking up and you see more of the nose kind of thing, but it's lower, so the eyes are larger. That was the intention with this one. I can move it up if Koo thinks it needs to be moved up though. Maybe? To be honest, I am gonna fix this one in a bit because I think the eyes are too close to each other. So I gotta fiddle with it. I just needed to take a small break from it, and that's why I moved on to the other one. Yeah, that makes sense. That does make sense. I do want to, like... Duplicate. Delete the ruler. I am gonna futz with it in a bit. Like I said, I just needed to take a break. Because I have no attention span whatsoever. So, I actually want to take it and kind of rotate half of it to be more like this. Yeah, so I do plan to kind of fix it in a little bit. I noticed this after I applied all the flats to it. I was like, oh, this is... Because I did notice that there was something about it annoying me, but I couldn't quite tell while I was, like, working on it. So after I finished it, like, when I finished lining and I got the flats down, I was like coloring it, and I'm like, oh, this is the problem. The eyes are too close, so the top of the head is not the right angle. This happens sometimes when I'm doing symmetrical design work. So, the idea, that's why I was just like, I will step away from this one for the time being and I will fix it after, because I essentially have to completely reline it and reflat it, so it's just like, I will deal with this after the fact. So, you can see, this is the plan. Yeah, see, I do symmetrical design work a lot, so I'm very used to, like, looking at it. So, like, I can pull up some of my past ones that I've done recently. I like doing symmetrical works as a warm-up type of thing. Might have moved most of them off of here already, but... I think I like doing symmetrical stuff because it helps me kind of have to think about what I'm doing a little bit more. I think it's a fun challenge for myself. So, like, this design that I did for Aster, this was actually this is symmetrical done. There are a couple layers that I did that aren't symmetrical, because that's just, I did that to match the hair of the character, because this is his character. But I like doing symmetrical work sometimes because I just think it's fun. It's a really good warm-up. Like, this one was also a symmetrical done one. This is another symmetrical one I was doing during a meeting. This is another symmetrical piece. And sometimes with symmetrical pieces too, I will go back and do a second layer or something to do a asymmetrical piece to it. Like, I'll change, like, the hair or the horns of something if I want to fix it. But I've found for myself personally, they're really good warm-ups. So, they make my brain have to think slightly different than if I'm doing, like, a 3/4 view of something. And you're fun and quick. I think they take me like 30 minutes to do something like this. So yeah, the critiques are earned because it was a little wonky. So I might move the eyes. I might move the eyes down a little bit when I go to reline it too. But I definitely think just fixing how wide the head is will help this one a lot. Plus, it eventually has to say the word gay, and I have to add a bunch of sparkles to it, because this is supposed to be for Q's gay and dying one. Because the emotes that I am doing for Q, these are what I'm doing. Gay, make it sparkly and cute. Dying, making it sparkly and cute. Pleading, I don't think I sketched pleading. Yeah, I haven't sketched pleading yet. At least, did I? No, I didn't sketch pleading yet. So I do still need to sketch a pleading one. But Drink That Is Totally Not Baja Blast for legal reasons. And I'm currently, the one that I was just lining before the discussion of the other one is the one that is... Ku has seen Ku has seen all of these as work in progresses. I have sent all of these to Ku. Um, all but the caramel dots that are on the same canvas, yes. I'm kind of a weirdo like that, and I tend to do batch commissions on the same canvas, and I just organize it by folder. It helps me so I don't have to have I don't have to put the same reference on on multiple files. I just have it right there that I can clicky. I'm just weird like that. If Ku wants, I'll post the GIF of it when it's done in the Corgian server. Um. But yeah, so this one's Chipotle, not Chipotle for legal reasons. This one's the not Baja Blast for legal reasons. This one's dying. And then we have the waving one, which is the one I realized that Ku has adorable star bean pads. I realized this while I was working on this one, is I hadn't realized that Daydream has star beans. And it made me so excited, the fact that it's star beans, because I got heart beans on my bun. You got star beans, and I'm going to draw a picture of the Babbage's high five, because shit beans. Rabbits don't have beans, but my rabbit does, because it's not really a rabbit. It is an eldritch monstrosity from beyond the greater realms. But yeah. When the rabbits aren't actually rabbits. But that's my entire mood. It's still bunny. Think? No, you're not hooked. There it is. I was like, I think I have a Babbit somewhere in this emote set. For my VTuber. I was like, there's a Babbit in a shrimp costume somewhere in here. I mean, my username is literally Bitty Batty Buddy, and I typically stream with the shrimp instead of the rabbit, so. Oh, wait, I can have crown. I can have my crown. Yeah. But I am working on, I'm gonna try to learn PNG Tuber Plus soon. My crown has a little shrimp on it. Like, if I grab my avatar and I blow him up, I'm the prawn prince. I'm the prawn prince. Yeah, I get that. Oh my god, this makes me think of these ads I keep getting recommended. Oh god. So you saying, Corgan, the fact that you're bringing up bipedal animals and anatomically inaccurate, this just reminds me of the fact that, so I play mobile games, and I'm not afraid to say that, and sometimes I get advertisements on my mobile games for these apps for reading, and for some reason they keep well, not for some reason, I'm pretty sure it's picked up on the fact I use the word werewolf a lot because the internet follows you around like a fucking hunting hound, and I keep getting recommended really crappy, toxic, heteronormative werewolf novels, and they make me so upset to the fact that I am going to write my own using the basis that I have identified in the multiple different ones I have been suggested with how they treat mates. And it just makes me so mad. It's like, oh no, I can't believe my mate that I am spiritually bound to is the alpha, and there was one. There's one. I can't remember what the name of it is, and one of my pet peeves when it comes to werewolves and werewolf designs are like transformations, and so one of my personal pet peeves, this is why your comment about like inaccuracy brought it up, is I don't like when you have a character who has a human form and like, say you have a character with a human form and they have a werewolf form as well, and the hair color doesn't match. Like, if the hair color doesn't match the boof form, so this is something I saw the other day specifically, is the character had long brown hair, but the wolf form was white. And they did this other thing too with it that I'm not a fan of. And I will tell you, I may have actually downloaded the specific app to read because I wanted to see how bad this went, because it made me so mad. But there's a thing I have, if the character dyes their hair after transformation or something like that, if there is like an active element to it, I don't mind it as badly. But if a character themselves is transforming into this like other creature, I want them to match. I want it to match. And like, you might say like, oh Bun, you're being a hypocrite because doesn't Eclipse have black hair as a human, but her wolf form is, well, it's basically Eclipse but wrong. But it's like, are you being a hypocrite because Eclipse has black hair, but her wolf form is white? But the thing is like, Eclipse is specifically stated to dye her hair. Like, after she transforms, she is specifically known to dye her black. Her hair is naturally silver, and she dyes it black. If the body is a slightly lighter color, that's fine. It's when you completely change the color that I take issue with it. That's fine. I don't mind the ones in Wolf Children because you can still see like the hair color in the actual wolves themselves. Like, that one doesn't bother me as much. It's specifically this one. She was described as having brown hair, and then she was suddenly like a Snow White wolf. And I'm like, what? And then when she turned back, she still had brown hair. In Wolf Children, when they shift between the forms, their hair color doesn't change. The fur that grows in on the rest of their body, that's a different matter. I don't care if you have, like if you're gonna go furry route and you want to just have your Sparkle Dog where you have your hair color be slightly different with the rest of your fur color, like, kind of like, that's what I would describe, like, Wolf Children as, because they still have, like, the hairstyles in their wolf form, in a sense. Like, if you're gonna go with that way, I don't mind that as much. Like, this goes along with my pet peeve with centaurs. It's just like one of those weird little things that you wouldn't think. Yeah, see, like, that's the thing, is like, when you're, it's like, typically they're talking like, you better be working on your essay, mouse. Like, if you want to have something like this, and, like, say their natural hair color is, like, this bluish tone, and, like, their ears match that tone, and you, like, see this tone through it, and then their body tone is, like, a slightly lighter color, or something like that, or it's like a skin tone, perhaps, like, if they want to go with the route of a skin tone as their, like, base fur color, This does not bother me nearly as much as straight up having it completely like straight up completely changing colors. Like uh so like if you do this as your character design, I'm not going to be bothered at all by this. I don't give a shit. It's just like, it's specifically the one that I was recommended where it's just like, she suddenly like completely changed color and it's like, I'm all, I'm all for like your werewolves being different colors. Like, fuck man, my favorite werewolf that I have is, she's just, like, if I was to like take her, it's like Eclipse's wolf form. Like she has multiple wolf forms. Like she has multiple wolf forms, and I have the colors change depending on like what kind of story she has in. Like sometimes she has more natural wolf hair, and sometimes she has longer hair on her like near her mane, like near her neck area. Like if I go and find a recent picture of her, um, gotta find something. Gotta search through my fucking documents. Don't care if you see porn, I don't care. Gotta have something here. I have recently drawn her wolf form. There's one. Okay. So, gotta open these up. iPad, please. Work with me. So, you can see here, this is her standard wolf form where it's like full lichen form. Like, this is her full, like, she is a wolf. Like, she's not bipedal in this form. She's just a wolf. She's pure white. It's not at all wolf. I know the exact type you're talking about, and I do enjoy those ones as well, where it's like a really fucked up, grotesque body horror type thing. Do love those as well. I don't want to. I'm not gonna. There's porn in my folder. I keep everything in the same folder. I do not give a shit. So this is her standard wolf form in a lot of things I do. She does have this. Just she is a wolf. She's white. That is her thing. But her human form, she naturally has white hair as well, and it's considered weird that her eyebrows are still black. But the thing is, if you zoom in on her wolf form, she still has black eyebrow beans. So she keeps the hair color between forms. She dyes her hair black as a human. Or in cases where she is a black... Yeah, her ear fuzz is black as well. And she has black toe beans. She has a black nose, black toe beans, black gums. That is a consistent thing with her. But there are cases where I do make her a black werewolf instead. So here's a case of where she is a more bipedal wolf, and you can see that she does have a more humanish hairstyle to her hair. You can see she has the longer sections of her hair do correlate around her neck. You can see she still has like her standard human hairstyle here. You can match it up to her human style here. So I will change it depending on which version of the story it is to match to the human form, because I think that makes sense. Because when you're transforming into a werewolf, I don't care if you have magic and you're using a glamour, but typically it's like your body is breaking and you're twisting and you're turning. The bird doesn't count! The bird is its own thing! This is a fucker! Mother... Bird is its own thing. And like, she does have a fucked up wolf form. If I go into Procreate, I should be able to find one of her fucked up wolf forms. She does have a much more grotesque fucked up wolf form. Oh yeah, no, there's a reason I say that. So she has a really fucked up wolf form as well, where she's like, her head is like, you can see the bone peeking through her skin, part of her fur is like falling off, she's got huge claws, like her ribs are showing, her like she is a, yeah, she's a winged wolf. She has a very fucked up wolf form as well. I don't utilize this one as often, but it does have its own lore implication. I love I'm making hand motions as if you guys can see me enunciating my point with my hand motions, but you guys can't see me. You see the shrimp and his claws don't move. Um, someday I will have my newer live 2, like someday I have a plan for a live 2D model that has actual hands, and I will get hand tracking so y'all can see all the stupid motions I do with my hands when I'm talking. But anyway, Eclipse does have a more fucked up wolf form. It's based off the original wolf form that I did give her. If I can find it, it's a gut feeling. There it is. So this was one version of her wolf form at one point, where she was just really lanky and more bipedal than she was anything else, but you could see her face is very fucked up, and you can see these like bony protrusions on her side. This was before I wasn't very comfortable with drawing wolves or canines at this point in time. I wasn't practicing a lot. Fun fact, the only reason I can somewhat draw furries properly nowadays is this character specifically, is I put the time and effort into learning how to draw wolves specifically because I was tired of how derpy looking she kept coming out. She kept looking really silly, so I ended up taking the time to do a lot of studies on wolves and just like drawing them over and over again because I wanted to be able to draw them. Like, I can draw cats relatively well because I own cats. I see cats pretty regularly. I don't see canines very often, so I actually sat down and like I have been practicing on how to draw them, and I think I've gotten pretty good. And I've got, oh, also fucked up wolf form, here's her mid transforming to fuck up someone. I can draw worms. I think I have a picture. Hold on. I think I have the perfect worm picture. Where is it? Come on. I gotta scroll. Where is Hole? I think Hole is still on here. I've drawn some fucked up worm creatures if you want to. I don't know if I can show those on stream. Those might be a little too fucked up to show on stream. I wish my files would load. That would be great. Come on, load. Oh, this is another case of this is another case of like a werewolf that has like their human color fur inside of the werewolf fur. Do you guys Alright, here's a question. Do you guys want to see how 2008, aka 14-year-old Bun drew werewolves back in the day? So this was a redraw I did like last year or so. But I can show you how I used to draw. It's gotta be here somewhere. Where are you? So this was Baby Bun. This was some of Baby Bun's oldest digital work. Look at the baby. Look at these guys. Look at them. Like this was how Bun used to draw wolves, and then this was the redraw. I like to think I've gotten a little better. By the way, this is Tessa, and I love her. But yeah, so this is how I used to draw wolves. There's a lot going on here. Like we have the smaller eye on this side, the larger eye here, the snout that is completely in profile. What is going on with her ears? I couldn't tell you what's going on with her ears. Yeah, right. I had Adobe Elements and I used default colors all the time. I was so bad at picking colors. I gave her black ears in the new one. But But yeah, that's how Baby Bun used to draw werewolves. That was my old werewolves. Um, let's see if I can. I'm trying to find. There's a. I drew a picture of a worm in a T-shirt, and that's the picture I'm trying to find. Gotta find that worm content for Corgi, and Corgi and demands worm content. You guys can question all of my freaking files. Yeah, there's so many naked boobs on that worm Nessa one. I don't think I can open that one up. I don't have. I had to have moved them. No, Nessa worm is a completely more fucked up thing. I had drawn just a worm. I mean, that's exactly what it is. Those files are exactly what it is. Slime boob is boobs made out of slime. It's okay, Koo. I'll send you work in progress shots later on Discord. Um, but yeah, have a good night. By the way, do you guys know what this thing is called? Because I learned what it's called and I fucking hate it. It is called a clitellum. This is their reproductive organ. I hate the name of it. I learned it from there's a YouTuber, I think her name is Lindsay Nicholas. uh and it's called that. I hate it with a passion. No, it's not called. It is. All right, that's the thick part on an earthworm is. I wish this wasn't real. That's terrible, isn't it? Look at it. Fucking hate it. Worms. We're gonna draw worms. I'm gonna draw the cool worm. You when you're worming. I don't know what a worm would just be flopping about.
It's the bobbit worm. They're creepy little fuckers.
I think they're related to velvet worms.
But they're fucked up little shits. They get like 3 meters long. Happy Adelaide Wednesday! Worm. There's also a worm called a hammerhead worm. And it is basically immortal. It is basically immortal, and if you cut it up, you get more worms. It is related to nematodes and stuff, so it's essentially immortal. The only way you can, and it's like the only way you can fully kill this thing is like you have to like burn it and stuff, or you have to like put it in a jar of acid, and then you have this jar of acid which is highly toxic as well as acid, because this thing is super poisonous. Like you can't even touch these things with your bare hands. They're so fucked up. Yeah. And then if we're really gonna talk worms, I must draw my favorite worm. The worm on string. I know it's not a real worm, but it's my favorite worm. I love worm on string so much. Did you know I have like 5 of them stuck on my corkboard? I just slammed my corkboard. You guys can't see my corkboard. No, actually, how many do I have up here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I have like a bag of worms on my corkboard. So, I don't know how many are in there. I think there's like 10 or 12 worms in the corkboard. In the bag on the corkboard, and then I have 4 of them just hung up. And I have one on my backpack too. I don't even know why I love worm on string so much. I just think they're fucking neat. And then obviously I have Harold, and then I have Wormbert. Wormbert is the really big one I have. Harold is his smaller husband, his male wife, if you will. What was I doing? Oh, right, I was working on Q stuff. And then I got distracted because I was angry at werewolves. Yeah. But yeah, so I don't like when the hair doesn't match. I don't like when the curtains don't match the drapes in the case of werewolves between their fur and their not fur but their hair. And it's the same, it goes along as I hate centaurs. I think centaurs are vile and I freaking hate them. Their spines should be broken. Horses are fragile, messed up creatures on their own. You can't stick the dumpster fire that is a human on its neck. Not even. So, there's a beetle. There's a type of beetle. I found this out a couple months ago. There's a type of beetle that will pass through a frog's entire digestive system unharmed. And sometimes the frog will eat it again, and it'll do the same thing again. So essentially, it's like that. It's not even 2023. Bun hates horsemen. I hate horsemen, just period. I've never liked centaurs. Like you wanna know the worst centaur that I like. I can't even remember what her fucking name is, but the centaur in Monster Musume, I don't like her because fucking I hate. So I don't like her because just like, look, I like big boobed characters. That's not a thing I'm shy to say, but there's an issue I have when you do this. No, I don't mind the slime girl. I hate the horse one. This snappable. Like, look, let's be real. Horse legs break easy. They're like glass. They're not durable creatures. I love horses. Do not get me wrong. I used to be a horse girl when I was younger. I know how to ride horses. I don't mind horses. I like horses. Specifically, my favorite kind of horse are Clydesdales. I like bigger horses. Like, I love warm bloods. Yeah, seriously. It's my issue with centaurs, though, is not just her. I don't like centaurs in a standard sense. So, like, if I was to draw, I actually have drawn centaurs in the past. I have OCs that would kind of fall into that category if I felt like it. And you would think, like, oh, Bun, you like merfolk. They're basically the same thing but a fish. No, no, no. There's a difference. There's a big difference. There's a big difference between a centaur and a horse girl. So if we take my favorite cuck to fuck with, which is Aurelius, and he's a big man, so like I'll give him the female big booba. I'll give him the male equivalent because he is a big man. Yeah. So he like if you attach him to a horse like fucking this right here is my big issue. Like, this is my issue, is this connection here. I would not be as upset about this connection point on pretty much other, like, the fact that it's like, you have, this is the neck! This is the neck! This is not the torso, it's the neck! If you're gonna go, like, the satyr route, I don't mind it as bad. Like, if you have, like, you have your like, your sexy man here, and you're going, like, oh yeah, and then you get down to his lower region, and if you want to have a horse cock there, you can have a horse cock there. I don't give a shit. But like, you have your little horse legs, and, like, everything, like, you know what? Live your dreams this way. I don't mind this, because everything is proportional. You have one area for organs, you have one full spine, like, that is a supported thing. Your spine's not bending in a weird way. Yeah, they normally do have like the bigger, more pronounced like horse. Like it's just like I much prefer this kind of like if you're gonna mix like the animal to a human and have like the upper human half, lower half. I like to keep it like together. But the issue I have with centaurs, like My Little Ponying this shit, is just I'm trying to talk while I'm drawing, and it's just like it's not working out in my favor because I'm getting heated at the same time. Um, so one of my big issues I have with centaurs specifically has to do with, like I said, I don't like this connection point between the spine and the spine, because essentially your spine is like you have the human spine, so like you have your like standard S curve, and then you go down here and you're like extending that S curve into the tail as well, and I feel like this right here is putting a lot of strain onto the horse, like onto your spine at that point. Like, think if you lean back or if like you lean forward, like this is gonna get weird. It's a lot different than when you say you have like a character like, so Rue, like he is a merman in most cases when I draw him. um like you have your big fish man, and he has a long yeah, like he has a long curly tail. Like he has a long eel-like tail. And you would think, oh, you have a long spine here too. But no, because that's where the difference comes in. Eels have anatomy to support such a long tail. Same with like when I draw a merman like this, it's like I am assuming they have their spine, but they also have the bones to brace it so like they can still bend it around and everything within limitation, much like a snake or an eel or a longfish. And it's like they have the internal structure that works well for that because of where it connects. So like his human half is like he's not gonna bend his like back straight in half because he still has like a standard spine there. But it's like with horses, it's like they're not necessarily a flexible creature. When a horse bends its head, so like if a horse bends its head back to like if a horse bends its head back to scratch its ass, like it's a different story because it's bending just a neck. And the neck is it has a smooth curve to the neck. But it's not an S curve of a human spine. Like I feel like it's gonna break or something like that. And I get it's like, oh, it's fantasy. It doesn't matter. I know it doesn't matter, but it makes me upset. Like I have had this issue with centaurs and stuff since I was like a little kid. Like I don't know what it is specifically about them that just makes me specifically so ferally livid. Like there's just something specifically about like just the way that horses typically just like the way you combine a horse with a centaur just makes me uncomfortable because it just looks wrong. I don't care. Like you could have like a cat centaur too. Like I have drawn those before. Like you have like just like you have your human half like and then you have like whatever, it's anime, I'm gonna give it big titties, and then you have like a feline, like so you have like your little kitty. I still hate it. Just something about like when you have there's just something about the way that they're combined that makes me upset that it's completely different from like a merfolk kind of design. Like even if you're gonna make like a monstery merfolk design, like where's the one I did for Aster recently? Centaurs never connect correctly for my brain. Like, I don't know if it's just something with how my brain is wired that that is not the file I wanted! No! Don't! No! 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 That's the file I wanted. Why did you open the other one? Anyway. Um. The danger of having porn in your normal folder is accidentally opening it! Anyway, what I was trying to show was this design I did for Aster of Vanny. Go figure, I accidentally opened the porn and my iPad is at 69%. Please don't! Please don't get me banned! I am so... But the thing is, like, you can take like monster fins and stuff like this and you could still like attach it to a mermaid form with a human upper half and it still looks relatively okay. It's just like when you combine things with like the full quadrupedal animal to a human torso is where I have a lot of issues because it just looks awkward unless you're going like even more weird with it. Do I have my moon design? God of Chance. Nope. Diana. Nope. Dog. Nope. I love me, like, being like, don't open certain images, and me, I also keep accidentally almost opening a Goatsy picture. Um, where is it? I saw it earlier when I was scrolling. I know it's in here. That would look so fucking funny. There. Like, I feel like if you're gonna mix a quadrupedal thing, make it, like, really go off with it. And then make everything look weird. It's just like, when you just have, like, a standard human man on just a standard human body, on a, like, a horse body, it just looks weird to me. Like, if you're gonna go full uncanny, just make it uncanny. But the thing is, like, they're not trying to be uncanny most of the time. They just come off as incredibly uncanny to me. And it's literally only quadrupeds that I have this issue with. I don't mind minotaurs. I don't mind werewolves. I don't mind centaurs. I don't mind bipedal animals. That doesn't bug me in any capacity. It's specifically the centaur type characters that makes me uncomfortable to an umpteenth degree. And I don't know why it is specifically that they just make me, like, I've always hated them. Like, when you posted the, I don't remember, I think it was you that posted it, or it was, like, Honks or something, posted the butt plug centaur girl in the 18 plus. I was just, like, I was trying so hard to not, like, go on my centaur hatred rant, because I just hate centaurs. And that one specifically also made me very angry, more so because they tried to, like, give it double genitalia, and I'm like, you stop that! So, I don't like them! I'll leave it at that! I don't like centaurs! Spiders don't bug me! Spiders are fine. Like, I did one for Piro. Like, yeah, I hate the meat tube design. Just like, no, stop it. Oh, where is the Piro? So, see, the spider ones don't tend to bug me as much because typically with arachnids, you have the little tiny, like, palipades. Yes, I know, shut up. You have the little palipades on the front, which almost look like human legs attached to it, so it has a much more balanced design. I don't mind arachnes. It's specifically quadrupeds. Like, if you add more legs to something, I'm less upset with me. Yes. The spider ones don't tend to bug me as much. They don't. I don't mind arachnes. I like drawing them. But my issue with them is, like, they make more sense to me. They feel more balanced. I have drawn human centipede, so don't at me. Human centipede is a completely different thing. I don't hate human centipede. I hate human centipede, but for a different matter. It's unrelated to the centaur thing. My issue comes with centaurs specifically, and they look broken, and I don't like them. I can't send the entire stream to Ku as an emote. I'm a mixed bag when it comes to my monster designs. Clearly, I mean, you've probably seen you've seen my artwork. I vary up what I draw quite a bit. I like cutesy monster designs. I also like pastel gore, but I'm not afraid to draw, like, a skull head. Like, I have a character who quite literally, like, I think I had a sketch for her. My Sona last year for Art Fight, she has a skull for a head. Yeah, pastel gore and candy gore are about the same thing. So, like, this was my monster Sona. This was because there was Wither versus Life. So I had redone my Sona. So I had this model for a period of time while I was doing Art Fight stuff. She was getting a redesign to get a new model with the shrimp around her neck. I just hadn't finished her yet. So I also like doing like that, and I have, like I said, I have like more messed up monster designs too, where I've drawn like mouths ripping open. I don't know if I have that one on here. Might not have it on here. That's the other trouble is I move between. You say that a beef sona. There is muscle bun. Muscle bun exists. Uh, I mean, I have sushi shrimp, but I don't think I have, I don't think I have an 80% to 20% fat ground beef sona. Oops, that's not the button I wanted. That wasn't the button I wanted. That's not the shrimp I wanted. That was not there. There he is. That was not the shrimp I wanted. It was the shrimp we got, but it wasn't what I was trying to get. We have sushi shrimp. That's probably the closest you'd have to a chuck roast sona for me. Yes, it's yassified shrimp. Yes, yes it is. In all my glory. Look at me. I got my blue eyeshadow on and my big false lashes and my plump lips. My plump lips that never finish closing. I got all my nails did. Got all eight. I got not 18. I got all. I got all 24 of my nails. Plump. You like how I say plump? I got all 24 of my nails done did. Got my blue eyeshadow, my mascara. If you look at my fur is so sparkly. Take good care of it. My plump lips. And my bedroom eyes. Like, look into my shrimpy eyes. Like, oh. Like, look into my shrimpy eyes. Hello. Like, hi. Look at my eyes. Like, I'm so yes. Shrimp is so beautiful. I am the prettiest shrimp in the sea. And if you look, you'll see my fangs. I got my fangs in my mouth when it opened. You don't normally see my fangs. My sexy fangs. I'd give you a little nibble. Nibble with a kiss with my plump lips. Oh yeah. I can't do this. I can't keep the bit going. I'm gonna give myself a migraine. Oh, I'm gonna give myself a headache if I laugh too hard. Salty vixen shrimp. I mean, I did write a romance novel version of my fic once. Yeah. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Bossy say would have no porn. You can just hear the saxophone playing in the background. I can't remember how Careless Whisper goes. It is it's not Chipotle for legal reasons. Totally not Chipotle. Wink. Careless Schwimpsper. Chipotle. actually know what Chipotle's logo looks like. I've never eaten at Chipotle, so... My problem is, like, I've never had a desire to eat there because I have such an off-kilter stomach that I'm like, I don't want to risk getting sick because I ingested, like, at least a part of a pepper. Because I'm tomato and pepper intolerant. It makes me throw up stomach acid. Yeah, I am forcibly assigned to be white as fuck. I can't eat anything spicy. I can't eat most tomato products. It doesn't help. I also have a garlic allergy, which sucks. I used to be on medication I was supposed to take that was supposed to help with mitigating my, the acid my stomach produces. But I just kind of avoid eating anything with peppers or tomatoes because I just don't want to deal with it. Oh yeah, no, it always makes people laugh the way I'll address my like food issues. Cause another issue I have is I can't have garlic oil because it makes my tongue swell. Garlic will actually kill me, and that's why a lot of people call me a vampire. I'm a vampire. Hello? And from one non-copyrighted thing to another non-copyrighted thing. Because this is totally not Baja Blast. Totally. No Baja Blast in sight. Not a single drop. I have to play Among Us because I gotta earn beans. Because there's Hat in Time stuff that dropped in Among Us, and I need it. But I gotta pay for it in beans. And I don't got no beans. Well, no, I've played Among Us before. The issue was I played with someone who was a very sore winner and ruined the experience, and I haven't touched the game since. I'm 80% sure. I'm 80% sure that the person I had played with was stream sniping, and I'm still upset. Because I'm not trying to be a sore loser when I say that either. But I'm sorry. Why is it that the person who's streaming is the first person you've killed every single time, including if they're the imposter? Like, I don't know. It was sus. Plus, just the way he gloated about it. I'm just... But I'm not going to rant about that today. I've already ranted about things today, and I'm not going to rant about another thing today. It is not a ranting stream. I am not going to rant about things again. Because I've ranted about that before, and I'm not going to do it. I'm calm. I'm cool. I'm collected. I am Sushi.
You know, it'd be a really fun game I should try to play that I know is gonna piss me off. I should play I Am Bread. I love the concept, and I want to see how far I can go, because it's like, I don't necessarily rage at games. So it could be fun to play the rage game without raging, kind of thing. Because, like, I admit, I'm just bad at games. There we go, that's better. Because they also have I Am Fish, and if that's not appropriate for me... Granted, a shrimp isn't actually a fish, it's an arthropod. But, you know what, I can have the little things. God, I can tell I was going too hard. It's true though, I'm also upset they got rid of the wolf ears. I hadn't played in a while, and then I went to go update my game, and I saw they took away my favorite accessory, which was wolf ears. But yeah, they made it so you have to pay with their in-game currency, and it's so expensive. And it's a limited time thing, too, so it's you have to play so much Among Us to get it. To get enough beans. I was highly considering doing, an Among Us stream soon, too. On one hand, I'm glad it's an in-game currency kind of thing, because it's hey, that means you don't have to pay real cash for it. But also... Among Us.
Stomach, shut up. Yes. Sussy dumpy time.
I don't think I've played it since, around the time it was, first came out kind of thing. Because, like I said, I just had a really bad time with one person, and then I'm just nope, not touching it.
But now I don't talk to that person anymore. Yippee! I don't have a strategy in Among Us because I never got that far. Oh, gotcha, gotcha. Yeah. What's Mythic Force? Me? Why is it so quiet? Me remembering I took my headphones off? think this is one of the best ones I've drawn of Daydream. Just to have the biggest fucking sip to make all that extra pee. Hello, hello, Asta. You missed it. I was drawing Rue with his tits out. You missed tits out Rue. You also missed me accidentally opening one of my not safe for work commissions on stream. Oh yeah, you also missed me fucking going off and ranting for like a good 30 minutes. I mean, kinda, yeah. I went on my infamous "I hate centaurs" rant. Here, I can show you the drawings. First, we have a sultry vixen shrimp. We had a sushi shrimp. We had buff bun, muscle bun, a cat centaur, a horse, partial roo as a centaur, more partial roo as a centaur and a satyr because I was ranting. The one centaur from Monster Musume. My favorite type of worm, a murder worm, a bobbit worm, boof mom. Oh yeah, you also missed me ranting about werewolves. I was ranting about werewolves, and I drew a couple boof moms. Oh, and I drew God. But I think you were here when I drew God. Why are stars so hard to draw? There we go. Here's another cool icon flatted. There is music. It's just very quiet. Better? Fuck you, Baja's your blast! Alright, I think I put off enough of this one. Time to fix it. Time to fix this bitch. No, there is music. I just had it lower. I've asked in the past if the music was too low, and people have told me no. So I thought the music was fine. Hold on. Peck you! Buzz, you blast! Unless you think peck sounds too close to fuck, but... Oh, we got a pet! Get pet, idiot. We got a 18 plus, and we got a family-friendly adventure. Come on, vamonos. Everybody, let's go. Come on, let's get to it. I know that we can do it. I can't speak Spanish. the way! Aster, become a Twitch streamer, that's all. Hello! Be me, who has to be freaking careful when I'm doing my craft streams, because if I lean the wrong fucking way, BAM! Booby! Hi, Judgment! What's up, what's up? Aster, I have shown you my old overlays! My overlays are shit! Oh, that's a different avatar I use, hold on, I can show you that one, if you want to see it. That's my crafting one. This is my normal one that I use, it's my shrimp. The one with the high ponytail, this is my one I use when I'm crafting. Hold on, I gotta turn the pet off. I went on a high-tailed rant earlier, is what I did. But Babbitt's typically my, crafty one. Shrimpy shrimp, 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 shrimp. Come on, video tube. Don't you crash on me, don't crash. Don't crash! There we go. But I deserve a crown. Why am I so far in the corner? Like, who punished Bud and I had to go sit in the corner, apparently. No, God's on the other canvas. God's here. God is here. I am insane. That's what I am. That looks a lot better. I like this way. Boom! Get out of the way! I'm drawing on my iPad, and the way I'm holding my iPad, my boobs do get in the fucking way when I'm trying to change the color. Yes. Okay, I have said this. I have made this point before. I have to be careful with how I position myself drawing on my iPad because I have actually had my tit change my fucking color mid-drawing and screw me over because it fucking it registered the touch through my shirt and I was like, you motherfucker, get out of here. So yes, I am yelling at my boob. Actually, like the third time I've yelled at it on stream. It is ridiculous! Welcome to the joys. Fucking H. Anyway. I don't want to get rid of my boobs. They just get in my way sometimes. Look, my mom used to make fun of it when I was younger. Like, is wild and yo. I forgot Koo's eyebrows! There's cat hair on my tablet! Yeah, I definitely think the new one looks better. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Thanks to Corgan for giving me a small critique. Because it pushed me to actually redo it all. Oh? Why? What did you want to listen to? think this one I have currently playing is just the one I have for my comic. Yeah. Here. Oh, you're such a simp. No, I'm not putting your wife's music in my playlist. Simp. Simp, 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 simp. Sim Sim! And yeah, I think it fits Koo. Maybe. Perhaps. I haven't got there yet, so. Joey! Joseph! Look how soft and pastel it is if I take away the line art. Kawaii desu ne. Kawaii desu ne. Ne, ne, ne. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, check that out. Joey! The door is open, feline! Yes, Joey is yelling. He's in the hall screaming, and it's like, child, you can come in the room. He is, something. You should see what he did to my hand this morning. So, he was hanging out with my sister in her room for a little bit, and I went to go see him, obviously, because cat, and I pick him up like I normally do. Like, that's nothing new. I pick him up all the time. And he chewed the hell out of my arm. My arm is, like, super chewed up right now, like my hand. I did debate for a period of time if I was going to do art today or if I was going to do a crafting stream again. And then I was like, nope, my hand looks like absolute shit. It's not even he was cranky, he wanted to play. He was mad about the orca hat, I bet. But yeah, no, he's just outside in the hall screaming. he is a large boy. Yes, yes, he does. My dad calls him Dickface for a reason. There we go. I think that's the first of Koo's emotes done. It's the gay emote.
Oh, my iPad's dying. Whoopsie.
So one downside of streaming from my iPad is my iPad dies because I'm got the brightness super high and everything. And CSB eats the battery.
Gay, and then dying.
But yeah, I think the redone version looks a lot better than the first one. And I think I got it nice, safe
It's nice and soft for cool.
Hi, Bringer. Uh-oh, who was screaming at you today? Me not bothering to look up references and just being an absolute gremlin. And here we have Corgian about to blend Ku. I will. It's blending time. It's time to blend.
Oh, got another pep loot.
Oh, the hand is in the wrong spot. No.
Big pep.
Gotta move. There we go. God, I'm thinking of that stupid thing you sent, Bringer, with the fucking Bunifer. It made me so upset. It's a non-branded Chipotle. Totally not Chipotle. It's Capotle. Coopotle. the noises he was making in the clip were what I couldn't stand. I was like, nope, nope, I can't do this. I'm glad it's a heavy point redeem. It needs to go back to the void. Yeah, I know there are. There's a chipotle one. See, my issue is I'm always just too scatterbrained to remember to watch things. I think though with this one I'm going to call it for the night for streaming because my iPad needs to charge and my stomach won't shut up because apparently I'm still hungry even though I ate right before stream. So thank you guys so much for coming on by and hanging out while I went absolutely chaotic and you guys got to hear me rant about why I don't like centaurs and got a couple of cool stuff done. Might try to stream again tomorrow, but I have work in the morning, so we'll see how tired I am after work. Hope you all have a wonderful night, and I will see you all next time. Bye!